All right, let's get started. So my name is Courtney. I am one of your team members. We're here on Team Canada, so I would like to officially welcome you to our team and our amazing community. We're so excited to have you here. We know you're both nervous and excited to get your business going, but you're going to have so much fun. And we're here right beside you to help guide you step by step to getting your business launched and continue to support you on your journey. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started here. So we'll probably be hanging out here for about a good 20 minutes, half an hour to get through all of the training to help you get set up fully and confidently to launch your business. So go ahead and grab a cup of tea, a glass of wine, or some orange juice. Maybe it's the morning when you're catching this video, but grab something and just sit back and take it all in. Feel free to write anything down. This is recorded, so you'll have access to it to scroll back and re-listen to other parts of the video. So we'll go ahead and minimize this here. Put me up here. Okay, so my name's Courtney. I am from the Ottawa, Ontario area in Canada. I'm a dental hygienist by trade. I've been with Zyia for almost 4 months now, and it's the best decision I have ever made. I'll be a lifer with Zyia. So let's get started. So first, welcome to our team. You'll see that we have such an amazing community since you've already been welcomed in and got a feel for kind of who we are. Majority of our team, actually all of our team is basically Canadians right now, except for our uplines, which is in America. But we have a great team here. We're actually part of one of the highest ranked ambassadors in Zyia. We are on her team. So we have tons of resources and tons of stuff coming down the pipeline to us. So we're very fortunate to be in this position and on this team. So what you can expect from us, you can expect support, encouragement. We cheer each other on. This is business, so it's not always going to be rainbows and butterflies. There's going to be the ups and downs. And we're all about embracing that, lifting one another up when we need it, cheering each other on. It's just amazing. Supportive community. What we won't do is tell you what to do. We will not be telling you what to do. We will not tell you how to run your business. We'll guide you. We'll give you suggestions on what's worked and what hasn't worked for us. But this is ultimately your business. So what you do with it and how you choose to run it is up to you. We're not your bosses. You're your own boss. So this is your own opportunity. It's up to you what you want to do with it. We're just going to be here to support you along the way. Okay, first, I really wanted to touch on business write-offs because it's a part of this business that most of us forget, and you can have a lot of tax write-offs to really help with income tax time. So right off the bat, you've got your starter kit. I want you to create a binder or some kind of envelope where you can store all your invoices away. You're going to be able to write off your starter kit, any purchases you make, clothing, anything for your business, Vistaprint, marketing material. Eventually, come tax time, you're going to be able to write off a portion of your mortgage because of your home office, a portion of your property taxes, utility bill, phone, internet, endless. Whatever you use to run your business here is a write-off. But I want to make sure that you keep all your Zyia invoices because those are write-offs too. Whether we get paid to wear the clothes, basically. They're business write-offs. It's part of our business to support the clothing. So that is a write-off for us. So your starter kit is a business write-off. So I want you to make sure you don't forget to do that while you're fresh and you're new at the business. Start a binder every time you get something or something for your business. Put the receipt right in there so you don't forget. Come the end of the year and tax time, you're scrambling to find everything. I do that sometimes. Okay. And if I'm whispering a bit, it's because it's later here and everybody's in bed. This is kind of the time where I can work. Um, I'm busy with, I'm a busy mom. I have 2 kids. So the cool thing about this business is fitting it into the little pockets of time that we have. And the nighttime, like I'm a night owl, seems to be when I can kind of get all my business stuff done. So that's why I'm kind of whispering. So first, you have, yeah, setting up your website. Yeah, this is right. I thought I missed the page. Okay, so you've enrolled, you're patiently waiting for your starter kit. You've probably already received your welcome email, so right here, and it's got your login information. So you have set up a password, you have a rep ID, and you're ready to set up your website. So you're going to want to make sure you save that important information from that email, like customer service phone number, email, and have it on hand. Put it into your phone so you have it um, easily accessed. This information is also in our team page too. If you need customer service or email as well, it's pinned at the top of the page. So here's where some of people have problems. So we have 2 different websites right now. Because we were so new in Canada, the only way they could launch this early was to divide the two. So a Canadian website and an American website. So right now, you have 2 different websites. Eventually, they're going to merge them, but until they do, you have 2 websites to work from. Basically, your Canadian website, which is this one right here, I've got my notes over it. So mycanadazyia.com is our Canadian website. That is basically used to get our shopping links. I typically only promote the Canadian website because when you order from the American website, which you can do, I've ordered from it, I've had customers order from it. They just make sure they're aware that it's in American dollars when they shop. It'll be extra for shipping and you pay duty. So that's why I typically stick to just promoting my Canadian website, of course, unless it's an American customer or the customer is asking to shop from the American site. So you're going to use your American site actually quite a bit, the back end of it. So it's where you're going to have all your business numbers, and I'm going to walk you through this. But when you're looking at your commission, looking at your numbers for rank advancement, you're going to want to go off of what's in the American site because that's the accurate numbers that corporate follows. Okay, so when you're setting up your website, you're going to make sure you go to the My Canada link, and I'm just going to show you that how to set up your website. So when you land on this page, you may not land exactly on this one. What I was doing at the beginning is I kept clicking host login where it has to be representative login. So you're going to put your rep ID. Log in. Okay, so what you're going to do these are all the numbers. I won't walk you through them yet because I want you to get the basics first. So you've just signed up as a rep. You're basically coming in here to set up your website so that this here, your picture shows up. And when people land on your website, it has your picture and your name. So you're going to go down to my profile. And this is where you go over here. This should already be updated, but you can, if it's not, you can update it. Website information right here. So you're going to click there, and this is where you'll be able to personalize it. So you can personalize it. So you can put your name, and then what you want your website name to be. So some people will have their actual name or whatever you want. So I've made this mine. And you can actually do other stuff, like you can put in a meta description, so basically just keywords that you want to come up in search on Google. So yeah, you just kind of fill out these here. You don't have to add meta keywords. It's up to you. And then yeah, so it's pretty simple. So once you've set that up, it's ready to go. Your website is personalized, and then these are your links. So you can see here, this is something you're going to want to really hang on to, because you're going to be sending it out quite frequently. So I'm going to show you in the next slide what to do with that. But you set up your website, easy peasy, just like that. Take this link and save it. And let's go back here. So you've got that link. So we're going to the next page. So what to do with that link. So you can see here, I have an iPhone, so I use the notes section of my phone. I've created a whole template here. So you can see this is a screenshot of my notes from my phone. So I have Zyia links. So I have my own join team link, and how you get that link is, let me just go back up there. So you're going to, so now you have this. So let's copy it. Let's paste it into, actually I'm going to get rid of this because I prefer Google Chrome. Okay, so that's my shopping link. And then to get your join link, you just make sure that you're on your shopping link, so that it's got your name or whatever name you put in. You see how I have that up here, and you just click join, and then that's your join link. So you're going to take that and you're going to copy it as well. And then let's go back here. Okay, so this is your join link. So you're going to create a section in the notes. It's late here, it's like 11. You're going to create this template in your notes section of your phone. So all these links are easily accessible. So basically when someone asks for my link or I'm posting on my VIP page, I just go into the notes section under Zyia link and it's all here. So my join team link, and then I have Zyia Canada shopping link. I saved my American shopping link too, because I do have some American customers, and then my Woohoo form. I use the Woohoo form quite a bit, and as we move on in training, we will get to that and I'll tell you what that's about. But this is very important to have it all, so you're not hustling around different spots to find your links. It's easy, you have your links, you're set to go. I would highly recommend doing this. So it's just copy and paste and send it to your people. So team pages. So you'll notice upon enrollment that you've been added into a numerous number of team pages, about 5 of them. So try not to get overwhelmed. I add you into our upline team page, which is Chrissy Tiger. She is our upline, and she's the highest ranked Zyia ambassador. So that's a huge team page. I also add you into Zyia Life, which is Natalie's page, and that's Chrissy's upline. So that's also a huge page. I add you into Zyia Bells, which is Aaron's team page. That's my upline. I add you into our team page, which is Team Canada, and I add you into the Zyia Canada page. I add you into all these, or whoever enrolled you adds you into all these pages because it's unlimited resources for you. I don't want you to go in there and get overwhelmed. They're mainly used for support, collaboration, resources. I typically use the pages mostly for getting photos, and I'm going to show you that, how you do that now. It's a great resource for getting photos for your VIP group, because the reps will post pictures of them in their Zyia. So it's like real pictures of real women in Zyia, and it's really nice to have for your VIP page. So let's see. So let's say we went into Zyia. This is a little tip I'm going to show you. Zyia down. So this is one that you should be in. So say you're in here and you want to find pictures of someone in the everywhere page. So you go into the search bar, you can do it on your phone or on computer, and you just click in everywhere. So you're going to come to posts. So does anyone have pictures of customers in everywhere page? Spam me with your everywhere page. So there's going to be tons of pictures. So you just go to the comments, and there's going to be tons of pictures of real everyday women on our team or their customers in the everywhere page. Now, you're free to use these pictures. I typically only use them in my private groups. I don't feel comfortable posting their pictures publicly without their permission, although when they post in our groups like this, they're posting for you to use. But I typically only use them in my private groups. So I think that either way, but that's just what I do is I use them in my private groups. It's just a good way to show variety with different women on different pieces for your VIP groups, which we'll get into that. I'm also going to hop over to our page is Zyia Team Canada, but I'm going to go into Erin's page. There's tons of pictures in both Erin's page, which is Zyia Bells, and our Team Canada page for you to use freely on your public posts, on your profiles, on your VIP. You're basically going to go in and you're going to go to photos and you're going to go to albums. And there's tons of photos in here. So we've got Facebook party pics in here. We've got marketing images, great marketing images that you can use. So this is a great resource for you. We've got Zyia Canada photos that you can use. There's tons of resources in these team pages, and that is why we add you. And that is why we add you into all these pages, not to get overwhelmed, but just to have the unlimited resources, because I thought it was really helpful for me seeing people ask questions that maybe I didn't necessarily want to ask, and then the answers being made to those. So team pages. Okay, so step 3, you have got your welcome email, you've set up your profile. Now would be a good time to set up your like page so that you're officially legit, you're a business owner, you're set, you're ready to go. So a business page is good to have to expand your market. You can eventually run ads from it if you choose. I will say you're not going to get much engagement, at least that's what my experience has been. I've run a few different like pages. You're not going to get as much engagement, likes, or comments on your like page. You'll get more from your VIP group and your personal page, in my own experience, but it's good to keep the consistency up and keep showing up on your like page, because this is where I find most of my new leads come from, is my like page. So you have your warm market, which is your family and friends, and you have your cold market, which is people that you're networking with and meet. So I make it super simple. I usually post the exact same thing across the board on my either my profile page, my Instagram page, my VIP page, and my like page. So across the 4 pages, I usually copy and paste and post the same thing. Don't worry about annoying your audience, because usually they're not going to see all. Just the way the algorithm is on social media, and they may see not even any of it. So just to make it easier on yourself, you can reuse and repurpose your content. So I can show you how to set up a like page. We'll do that. So I just wanted to keep in mind though, when you're naming your like page, Zyia's policy is if you want to use the word Zyia Active, it has to be followed with something like Zyia Active with Sarah or Zyia Active Independent Rep. It just can't be Zyia Active. When I first started, I was training the team to use it specific to their area. Like mine was just Zyia Active Canada. Some of the girls had like Zyia Active Barrie, Zyia Active Sudbury, like they were, which was great, but Zyia kind of came out with their policy and procedures that which was already in place, but they reminded all of us that we had to add in either your name or independent rep. So keep that in mind when you're setting up your business page, that it has to include, if you're using Zyia Active, it has to include your name or independent rep. Let's go set up a like page. So you're going to go to create and you're going to go to page. So let's do a test. So your business and brand, you can do whatever you want. If you want to use public figure, you can. I used clothing brand. So I'll just show you what I did. So you go get started and let's do it. Design test 1, 2, 3. Category. I type in clothing brand and then I hit continue. So it's pretty straightforward. So you're going to upload a picture. We'll skip it for now. So I wanted to let you know that's a picture for your cover photo. You're welcome to use any of mine. You go to our Zyia Active Team Canada page in the album section, like I showed you before, where all the pictures are. I have cover photos in there. You're more than welcome to use. Let's skip that for now, and we should have us up and running. So there's your like page. So you're going to add a shop button, or you can add either a shop button, a learn more button. You can add whatever button you'd like. If you add a shop button, you'll be able to turn your page into a shop. Let me just play them. Create settings. There we are. So if you go into settings and you go to templates and tabs, bear with me for a minute. It's been a while since I set mine up. I usually just follow like a YouTube video. You can go ahead and change the description, all that kind of stuff. I'm looking for where. Yeah, this is it. Edit. So then you can go in and you can do a shopping one. So you just use notes, and then you can apply that template. And what this is going to allow you to set up a shop. Like the shop, you know how you see like people displaying products on their page. You go to shop. And you want to check it out on the website. Canadian dollars, save. And then now you can add products to your shop. So you can add, when you add a product, you'll be able to put in the description, you'll be able to put a photo and the link to that product. So I'm going to show you my page. So I typically don't find customers purchase directly from my Facebook page. Most of my customers come from my VIP groups. So I actually haven't updated my shop for a couple months. It takes a lot of some time to do a big update to put all the products on. And then it's easier after that if you like update it each week after launch. But I haven't done that because I don't typically find people purchase from my like page. But it's there, at least it's there, and they know that there's products to shop. So this is what it'll show up like on your like page when you have the shop. So that's it. Your like page is all up and running. And you can invite friends to join. What I like to do is when I post on my personal page, I'll tag my like page because ultimately that's where I want people to go and be familiar with the like page. So that's a good tip too. Um, yeah, that's like page. So you're all set there. So now you can get ready to launch your business officially. So you'll want to work on creating a group next because so what the plan is you're going to announce on your profile, your Facebook profile or Instagram, whatever your social media platform of choice is, or both, that your new business adventure, what you're doing. Probably most of your audience has never heard of Zyia, so it's very exciting for you, great potential, great opportunity. Um, you're going to invite them to your launch party, and you're going to attach your group link in that post so they can click on it and join right when you invited them there. So that's the idea behind it. So now you're going to create a group for your launch party, which will that group will eventually turn into your ongoing VIP group. So for instance, when we launched our business, all of us reps here is we started with a launch party. It's a private group where we had maybe 10, 15 people, and then eventually um, we grow it. So customers get put in there, they can add people, and it just grows. And then it turns into an ongoing group where you'll have interested Zyia customers. So you'll post your new releases, you can post inspiration, reach out to your upline, and get into their VIP group so that you can see how they run theirs. It doesn't have to be all with Zyia, it can be with fitness, it can be sprinkled with Zyia, it can be with mom life too, a whole bunch of different things that just keeps the group interesting and fun as you go forward after your launch party. And it's a great way to kind of keep all your people together and keep them interested because not all of them are going to buy right away. They're going to watch for a while and see how what the products are like. They're going to watch your reviews and eventually they'll jump on board. But sometimes it takes people a little bit longer. So that's why it's good to have this ongoing VIP group after. So these are the host credits. So what you're going to do for your launch party is you're going to set up an event in your back office as if you were hosting a party for a friend or family, except you're going to get the hostess rewards because you're the host. And these are the rewards here. So obviously, the more sales you get, the more credit you get. So 3 items at 50% off and $91 credit. So what's great about that is you can use your hostess rewards to increase your stock or to have for giveaways. So typically what I do is each month, I didn't do this my first month because I was new in the business, but month 2 and on, because I have a monthly promotion. You'll see this in your, whoever enrolled you, if you're in their VIP group, that there's a monthly promotion pinned to the top of their VIP group for a giveaway. So for instance, I'm giving away, let me just show you, I'm giving away a pair of leggings for the month of May. And how we're able to do that is you're going to always have an event for you each month. So, and you close it out at the end of the month. And that way you get your rewards and your product at a discount each month. And that's how I fund my monthly giveaway. I use my hostess rewards for that giveaway. And then you set up a new link and it just is like a revolving door. So you're never having to like pay out of pocket if you choose to do giveaways for your group, which is not necessary. You don't have to, but you can. But that's just the way we do it. So this is my VIP group. So you can see at the top I have pinned the May promotion is a pair of leggings. So it's just kind of like an incentive for the customers to purchase. So they have these ballots that they can get. So if they shout me out and tag me in their profile, they get 10 ballots. Each order gets 3 ballots, and if they add a friend to the group, they get 1 ballot. And when that happens, I comment on the post, and then that way it's easy to keep track of. So at the end of each month, I just go to the comment section here, and I make up all the ballots, and I do a draw for the winner. It's just a great way to kind of keep them excited and give them kind of an incentive to try the product at least. And yeah, so I'm using my hostess rewards to fund that giveaway. And of course, to fund my outfits as well. So we typically get 25% off as an ambassador, but if you do a party for yourself every month, and not, you don't have to host a party every month, just when anybody orders, they order through your party. I don't host my own party every month. I'll host party for other people, but I'll always have an ongoing shopping list for myself. But I've only hosted one party, which was my launch party. So you're not having to host a party for yourself every month. So yeah, like I said, you get 25% off for a rep discount, but using this way, you're getting more bang for your buck because you're getting 50% off plus the credits. So I haven't used my 25% discount yet as a rep because I've been using this way of getting my discount, because it not only gets you a higher percentage of discount, it also builds your business and your PV for rank advancement and promotions in business as well. So we'll keep moving along. So yeah, we're going to set up a group, right? So same thing, you're going to go to create and you're going to go to group. And at first you can name it Brittany's launch party. You're going to have to add somebody in order for you to open it. So feel free to add me or whoever your mentor is. And then from there, you just add cover photo and your group is all set. And then you just take the link from your group, copy it, craft up your launch party post, get all excited, get your friends excited, tell them to join here, click your link, and you're ready to go. So the only other thing you need now is to create that link in your back office so that when your customers order, you're getting the hostess rewards. So that brings us to our next step, step 5. So you're going to set up an event. So I am going to direct you to another video that I have on this in our ambassador page, because I think Zoom only gives me so much time to talk on here before they cut me off, because I have the free version. So I have a really good video on this. If you go back to the Zyia Active Canada page and check out how to set up an event, and I'll walk you through it. Okay, so now we're at the exciting part. So you can launch your business. So you're going to go to your profile, Instagram, wherever you choose, and you're going to launch your business. Craft up a post, maybe post a picture of you in your activewear, hop on a live video and explain it to everybody, give them their link, and get everybody ready for your launch party. Lives are really good. Facebook loves lives. They're scary at the beginning. I know they're super scary. It took me like a couple years to even be remotely comfortable on camera, and I still get nervous. I gave a few tricks to the team a while back. Is if you feel uncomfortable going live, prop your iPhone up and record a video that's not live, and then just upload the video to your page. Another is having someone in the video with you. Like sometimes I'll have my kids in the video and then I'm not as nervous talking live. But it gets easier and it takes practice, but it does get easier, and doing lives is amazing for Facebook. Facebook loves it. They bring more people to the live videos. It just gets more engagement and it kind of boosts your posts and people's news. Okay, party tips. So I have a party template that you're free to use for posts on how to do a party. You feel free to reach out to any of us and get into any of the parties that we're doing at this time to kind of see how we run it, what we post. I, for the most part, just wing mine and just fly by the seat of my pants and stuff. If you're busy working, like me, there are apps you can use to schedule posts. If that's a route you want to go to, which I typically use when I have some parties on, I'll schedule my posts so that they're going out while I'm at work and I don't have to stress about getting on and posting. So it really helps when you get the host involved. So this is for when you're hosting parties for other people who choose to run your business that way online. The more involved the host, the more successful the parties are. So I would get the host to personally message and text their friends, get the host excited, get the host to get their friends excited. I find if you just kind of add the people into the group and the host doesn't do much, the people aren't excited and not much comes from it. So it's a trial and error. I'm still learning as well how to perfect the parties, and that is something that just takes time. But I know that getting the host involved, getting the host to personally message and follow up with the party members, even towards the end when it's almost when you're going to close your cart, have the host again reach out. I'm so close to my hostess rewards. Did you see anything? Like, have the host reach out and just interact with your party people. Get the participants involved. Ask questions in the group. Keep open-ended questions like this or that. Sometimes you'll see there's different posts going around. Like, do you like the olive or the navy pants, this or that? And they can comment for participation. You can do giveaways. You can, and yeah, the last one is make sure you run your party through a Wednesday. So maybe start on a Monday and go to like a Thursday or Friday. You want to hit that launch and get them excited for those new items coming out. Okay, recruiting. This is one of my favorite topics. I love to teach. I love to share. This business has personally been a huge blessing to me and my family, and I just love spreading the word about it, and the potential and the opportunity that it has is crazy. Since we're all ground level ambassadors, we're still basically in soft launch. We haven't officially launched yet. So it's amazing that you're in here and you're part of all that, because where will we be in 2 years? You know, like, the growth has already been crazy. So recruiting is basically the backbone of your business. If you want to maximize your income potential and keep growing as a business owner, recruiting is is where it's at. And you're going to want to aim to recruit 3 to 4 reps per month. It's not always going to happen, but that's what your goal should be, and just keep growing. So you want to just keep expanding your market. Reach out to at least 5 people a day and present the opportunity. So you can go through your friends list. Now, I just want to hold off for a minute. If this part of the business doesn't interest you and you're totally happy with just making commissions from sales, that's totally fine. The good thing about this business is you can do either or. You can just make commissions from sales. You don't have to worry about bringing people on or growing a team. But if you want to grow a massive business, you like the title of boss babe, you like leading, you want a group, you want more people, then recruiting is going to be great for you. So if you are choosing recruiting, go ahead and listen. If not, just skip by this section and we'll carry on in the next one. But you're going to want to reach out to at least 5 people a day and present the opportunity. And don't be afraid of no. Don't be afraid of people not messaging you back. Don't be afraid of any of the rejection. We're still new. People haven't heard of us. I know with some of the other reps and me personally too, they're thankful for the reach out. They come back after and they say, I'm so happy that you reached out to me because Zyia has changed my life. And that's when it kind of shifts your mindset. You're like, it's not all bad. Like some people just don't see or have the mindset yet for what this offers. But direct sales is growing. Almost every mom out there, every woman out there is getting involved in some form of direct sales. It's just the way of the future, and it's just finding the right fit, the right opportunity for you and for the prospects as well. So don't be shy to reach out and present with the opportunity. You just might change their life. So feel free to share what Zyia has done for you. So what I like to do is sprinkle Zyia into my posts on my profile about how I get to work from home, or I'm home off today working from home, taking my office out on the deck today, just little things that pique people's curiosity that Zyia has allowed you. Maybe Zyia paid for your groceries this month, and that's huge for you. Maybe your mortgage is completely paid for because of your Zyia paycheck. Those things matter, and those things are very important to share. Maybe it's only paying your car payment right now, but that's huge. That's something that's happening that wouldn't have happened if this opportunity hadn't come along. And that can be life changing for a family to have even the smallest things like that covered by an extra income. So it's important to share that stuff and kind of jump into your comfort zone and share the reality of this business. And don't forget about the United States. Zyia's only been in the United States for 2 years, and there is so much potential there. So don't forget about the States as well. I've included this map here. It's been updated because we have some people from PEI now. Welcome, guys, which we didn't have any in PEI when this map was made, but you can see just how huge the opportunity is, Canada-wide even. We don't have many reps, and it's amazing to be in ground level with such an amazing company. So I'm going to go over a little intro to Facebook ads. I have done a longer video on YouTube if you want to go check that out on Facebook ads, but I just wanted to share this, that creating Facebook ads is not in no way essential for you to be successful in this business. It's just a tool that I have found helpful for connecting with new people and meeting new people, but it is no way required, and it is no way essential for success. You can have massive increases, blah, blah, blah. It's like 11:15 here. You guys are probably sick of me rambling on now, but you can have massive success in this business without using Facebook ads. But I just wanted to share kind of what I've been doing. So I've been dabbling with Facebook ads, giving myself a budget, no more than $100 a month, taking my Zyia commission and reinvesting it back into my business. And this is just a little quick tutorial on how I do mine. Like I said, there's a full video on my YouTube channel, Zyia Active Canada, if you want to learn more. But I go to my like page and I typically run ads from my phone. So I usually click this one. So I'll go into manage ads, create ad, and then I set up an ongoing promotion. This one allows you to add a button where they can click and be directed to another page. I love weekly forms. I find if you're running an ad, people are more apt to fill out a form when it's private and behind the scenes rather than click like and click comment and write, I'm interested. They're more apt to privately do it when there's an a button to click to fill out a form. So I use weekly forms. I love forms. I've been using them for years in previous businesses, and they work really well. I have a video on my YouTube channel on how to set up a weekly form as well. So when you click this ongoing promotion, it's going to let you add a link, and I always link in my weekly form. And then you can set a budget. So I typically set like $5 a day, so it's like a coffee a day, right? So I want you to keep in mind though, if you do this, keep an eye on your ads because you're setting up an ongoing promotion. So it's not going to come to an end. It's going to keep going and going and going until you cancel it, right? So you want to check in and make sure you have your eye on that. It doesn't get out of control on you and be like $1,000 in no time. So just be very mindful of that when you're choosing to set up your ads, especially this one. Typically, I'll start up an ad, and if I don't have any forms filled out within a day or two, 2 days, 3 days at the max, I'll cancel the form and try again. It's really a trial and error process. I have some forms that take off. I have some ads that take off. I have some that don't get anything. So it's really trial and error. I have no secret to share or anything other than like a good image, good wording, and a weekly form. Typically, my ads that have forms attached to them that says apply now do better than if I don't have anything attached to them. So just a few little tips. Feel free to dabble with them, but it's no way necessary or essential. So just please keep in mind, watch your ad because it's just going to be ongoing until you cancel it, especially if you choose this option. Okay, social media. So Facebook and Instagram are our storefronts, right? So we want to make them as professional and we're professional, right? We want to keep them professional. It's like we are a brick and mortar in business. We're online, so if you come to our page, that's their first impression, right? Their first impression of us. So it's nice to have it clean and polished. Yeah. So you want to be consistent on your pages. You don't want to just post one day and then not show up for a week. People love consistency. They thrive on consistency. If you're consistent, you create a story brand, you create a brand itself, and people just really fall in love with that and become connected with you. It's hard to step out of our comfort zone, but the more you kind of step out your comfort zone and share your struggles or your triumphs, people are right along with you and they feel like they know you. And of course, when people feel like they like, know, and trust you, they're more apt to purchase from you or join you. And it's all about making those connections, right? Making those connections, networking, and creating those relationships. So you also want to make your profile public if you feel comfortable doing that. Typically what I do is my profile is public, but if I share anything about my kids, I will, on top of that post, change it to friends only, so that anything about my kids is friends, and then the rest of it's public. Typically I feel better about that, but it's up to you. This is Canva. I have a video on Canva on my YouTube channel as well that I'll direct you back to. So Canva is like a design, what happens when it's late at night, right guys? So Canva is like a design website and it's free. So it's where I usually create all my banners. So if you're looking to create like a nice, beautiful banner for your like page or your personal page, Canva has all that. Go check out my video on Zyia Active Canada on YouTube because I have a whole video on like a tutorial on that. So I just wanted to just touch on social media really quickly and just share those little tips. Okay, we're getting on now. So this is, I would say, one of the most important aspects of your business once you get up and running is your daily to-dos to move your business forward. So let's get on to that. So this may be a little woo-hoo for you guys, but I am really spiritual, and affirmations have been everything for me. I don't know if you know my personal story, but I struggled with anxiety and depression for a good part of my life, and affirmations really changed things for me. I believe in the power of the mind. I believe um, what you speak about, you believe, what you bring about, you bring about. Um, Basically, if you think you're right, you're right. If you think you're a failure, you know, if you feel like a failure, then think you're a failure. If you think you're doing amazing, you're going to do amazing, right? So it's all about creating good thoughts, creating your mindset. Mindset is everything, and I really wanted to touch on this because it's a huge aspect of not only my daily my life personally, but huge in my business too. It's been huge. So keeping your mindset strong. Your mindset isn't always going to be top notch in business. You're going to have your ups and downs, but affirmations are huge. I keep a notebook with my affirmations, and typically this business routine you can do first thing in the morning. You can wake up an hour early and do it. That's great. Or you can do it in the evening. Whatever works best for you. Getting these daily to-dos done every day in business is only going to move you forward. So you can see my notebook. Let me just move this bigger. Okay, you can see page after page after page of affirmations and gratitude lists. So it's something going on and on. It's something that is very near and dear to my heart, and I just feel it's a good asset to your business as well. So, like I have here, thoughts become things. If you see it in your mind, you hold it in your hand. Bought by Bob Proctor. He's a huge mentor of mine. If you don't know who he is, he's amazing. I watch him on YouTube all the time. But you're gonna want to keep a notebook. So like I have here, I have a notebook, and you're going to want to write out. Typically, what I do with my schedule is I'll write out 5 things that I'm grateful for. Now, I do this first thing in the morning. It sets the tone for the day, and it can be anything from I'm grateful for a warm house. I'm grateful for sleep. I'm grateful for a warm bed to sleep in, a roof over my head, the food in my fridge, the clothes on my back. I'm grateful for my hot water in this morning shower. I'm grateful for a cup of coffee. It's those small little things, and it's hard to worry and kind of get to an unsettling spot when you're really grateful for these small things in life. And the more gratitude you put out there, the more good things are going to come back your way. I truly believe that. It's like I've lived it. It's woohoo. I know it's woohoo, but whatever woohoo. But it it really has been amazing for not only my life and my business, and I really want to share because I feel it can do amazing things for you too. So after I do my gratitude list, right under that, I'll write my affirmations. So you're not always going to believe your affirmations at first, but eventually they will become second nature. And like I have this list here of my most common affirmations that I've been saying for the past few years, and I know them by heart, so I can basically just say them whenever I'm out and about. Like I just know them by heart, and eventually you start to believe them and you feel them, and it's just life changing. Yeah, I can't say any more about it other than it's life changing. So like I say, you don't have to believe them at first. Just keep repeating them and keep affirming them to yourself. If it helps to say it in the mirror, do that too. And writing them and saying them at the same time is really powerful. So I'm going to give you some examples. So these are some examples of some affirmations that I use. So leads and referrals flow to me effortlessly. I attract high quality customers that fall in love with Zyia. I love selling Zyia. It comes so easily to me. It's easy to recruit reps. My business is growing, expanding, thriving. I acknowledge my own self-worth. My confidence is soaring. I was attracting the best of circumstances and the best possible people in my life. So these are a couple of my favorite affirmations. Um, And you just have to, if you're going around all the time saying nobody's buying from me, I'll never be successful at this. It's what you're going to bring more of. Do you ever notice if you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, you spill your coffee, um, you're rushing out the door, next thing you know, you're stopped at a red light, you're late, then you have a fender bender and this and this, and it just snowballs. Um, it's, I just can't tell you how powerful your mind is. And if you think that you suck at this business and you can't get sales, you're reaffirming that to yourself, and it's just what's going to happen. But if you're telling yourself that you love Zyia, it's easy to sell Zyia, or it's easy to recruit reps, it's easy to sign people up, it's going to come easier. Trust me. This is a very important part of my business, and I would love you to try it and see for yourself as well. That's always number one for me, is what I do is this. Next, I always make sure I engage in personal development each day. Like I said, it's not always rainbow and sunshine. You're going to get down. You're going to lose motivation sometimes. You're going to lack creativity on what to post or inspiration. And diving into personal development ignites that. And this is the book I would recommend if you are looking to start personal development, is The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. It was one of the very first books I read too when I started a business a while back. And it's, so if you can read 5 to 10 pages a day, that's great. You can read 2 pages a day, great. Anything counts. Or you can listen to it. Listen to 10 minutes of personal development each day. I have Audible is a great app for listening to books. Podcasts are great for winding down evenings. I lay with my kids at night still, and I'll put my podcast in and I'll just listen to my podcast while laying with them. It's such a valuable part of business, keeping your mindset sharp and keeping the ideas flowing. These books have very good inspiration, and it just rolls into something that you can share with your audience. Any post that I put out that's inspirational comes from something I've read or listened to in personal development, and it can resonate with so many people and just helps create your brand. So these are a couple of my favorite podcasts. So Melanie Mitro is a mentor. I have been following her for quite some time, 4 or 5 years. She is a top Beachbody coach. So she went from paycheck to paycheck, working from her kitchen table, raising her boys, to retiring her husband 4 years later. And she's been a top coach in the company 6 times. Completely transformed her life. She has tons of valuable information. Her podcast is amazing. So sometimes it's as little as like 10 to 15 minutes just listening to the podcast. And then Sarah Robbins, she is also a network marketing superstar. She is the top sales, top recruiter, I think, in Logan Fields, a skincare brand, and she has valuable information too. So those are 2 of my top favorite podcasts that I'm always listening to. Okay, networking, connecting. So this is the third essential part of my day and my business. So connecting with people. We're in the business of network marketing. Our company pays us to market, right? So instead of Zyia going into big box stores and paying for marketing to get customers to those stores, they use us. So they're paying us to market for them. So essentially, with truck sales and network marketing, we are the billboards, we are the marketers. So connecting and networking is key to success in this business. I am an introvert by typically. I would have never been able to do this training talk to you on here just short 3 years ago. Wouldn't have happened. But I've been kind of in the online business for a while, and I've come out of my shell, and it will happen. I am really introverted, so if I can be successful at this, so can you. I was always told in elementary school, people would say, can you even talk? Do you know how to talk? And I would reply like this: I literally do not speak. I was told throughout my life to speak up. I can't hear you. You're too quiet. All those things. So I am hugely introvert, and if I can do this, so can you. It just takes time to kind of get out of your comfort zone, and it just takes getting accustomed to it as well. I've been doing this thing online for quite a while now, so it's just like second nature to me. But I did start somewhere. We all start somewhere, and it just takes time to kind of jump out of your comfort zone. And once you do, it's amazing because there's people there to cheer you on and follow you from when you first started. And I even have people come back and message me now and say, you are so different than you were even like 4 years ago. Because my lives were like, hi, thanks for watching. Like, it, I'm typically shy, so I want you guys to know that. So networking and connecting, super important. You're going to want to reach out to at least 5 people each day about the opportunity. Sometimes if I have more time on my hands, I'll reach out to up to 12 people. I'll do like 10 people on Facebook, and then I'll go and reach out to like 10 people on Instagram. Now, don't worry. Um, some may say no. Some may never write back. They may look at your message but never write back. Some may not even see your message. And then you'll get some that want more information. So it's just the way it goes. I'm there with you. And then you're going to want to, sorry, I'm going to go back a bit. You're planting seeds. And that's the key, is you're giving them the idea. Did you know that I found out about Zyia because some random person reached out to me via email and told me about Zyia. And I was like, interesting. I was interested, but kind of not. A couple months went by. They reached and I think I did write back, and I said, okay, send me more information. And I don't think they ever did. And then a couple months or a month went by again, and then she sent another email following up, and I was like, yes, like this is exactly what I'm looking for. And that's when I dove in. So like, I'm thankful for that person who reached out to me and opened my eyes to this opportunity. So don't be afraid to reach out to people. And her following up, like, it wasn't bugging me at all. Like, I was happy she followed up. It was like, I really, like, after the second time of her following up with me, I'm like, I'm interested. Like, don't be afraid to follow up with people. Don't be afraid to reach out to them. You just might change their life. So then you're always going to want to be expanding your network. So I typically add 5 new friends a day on Facebook, or follow 5 to 10 new people a day on Instagram. And it's not just anybody. I have to kind of relate to them. So people, you can look for people in fitness groups, mommy groups, mutual friends of people as well. Of course, they're not on our team. I never friend anyone that I have mutual friends with that are on our team, because I figure that's their people. But I mean, like, people that aren't in Zyia, they're mutual friends. That's how I kind of find people, and then just connect with them. And if they add me, I'll just send a message to them, thanks for connecting, and kind of just start a conversation. And then you want to keep lists. I am not totally good at this yet, but you want to keep lists with people to follow up with. Actually have someone who's interested in the opportunity and told me to follow up during the fall, and I haven't written it down yet. So it's, if you can keep your notebook at the back end of it with a list of people. I kind of started doing it. I have a list here. I kind of started doing it, but I'm not consistent with it, and that's the key, is being consistent. So if you can create a list with contacts and people to follow up with, that's going to help you in the long run too. Okay, we're getting to the end, guys. So key takeaways. I want you to know that this business is all about consistency. Not going to happen overnight. You're not always going to get tons of likes and comments, but people are watching. People are watching from the sideline, and they're silently following your journey. I want you to keep that in mind. I was with a previous business, and it took sometimes a year People were watching me, and finally a year later they're like, can I join you? What is it you're doing? I've been watching you for all this time. So consistency is key. If you don't show up every day, you're going to lose those followers and those people that are following your journey. They like to see um, what you're doing, and I just can't say enough. Consistency is huge. Consistency will always win over skill. Always. You can be the most talented marketer. You can be have the most followers on Instagram and Facebook. Side note, followers do not matter. You can it's the community that matters. You can have like 200 friends on Facebook and still be wildly successful. Don't let the number of likes and the number of followers and friends that you have dictate how successful you're going to be, because that doesn't matter. Consistency wins. How consistent you are with showing up day in and day out will always win. So I want you that to be your key takeaway. And when you read, if you get the compound effect, the book that reiterates that, and it's an amazing book. So Darren Hardy here, he's the author of that book. He says the accomplishment of any goal is the progression, accumulation, and compound effect of small steps consistently taken over time. Do not discredit consistency. So again, this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is a legit business model. It's just like if you went and opened a brick and mortar business in town. It's not going to grow overnight. It's going to take time. It's going to take dedication. It's going to take some effort, but it will grow. Your income will grow, especially with being a ground level ambassador for this brand new company. The potential that we have right now as ambassadors is massive, and we are so lucky to be in this position right now. So it's not a get rich quick scheme. Legit business model, and it's going to take time to grow like any other business. And then the thing that I want you to take away as well is it's the behind the scenes work that will move you forward. You can post 5 to 10 times a day on your page. You can post and share stories on Instagram all day long. It's the behind the scenes that's going to move you forward. The affirmations, the gratitude journal, the personal development, the reaching out to 5 prospects a day, reaching out to people, asking if they're sharing the opportunity, and also the catalog, introducing them to Zyia. Hey, hey girl, check this out. This is a new client that just came to Canada. Check out my catalog. Those reach outs, those adding new friends to your community. It's those behind the scenes work. That behind the scenes work is what's going to also move your business forward. So that's it, guys. So I want to open it up to questions. I hope this training helps kind of launch your business and give you some key nuggets when moving forward. Maybe direct sales and network marketing is brand new to you. It's an amazing business model, and we're so happy to have you here. So reach out to anyone on the team, myself included. Use any of our team pages. We're here to support you and cheer you on always. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out. But most importantly, I say this to everybody, I want you to remember, this is the most important right here. Have fun. The thing I said when I first signed up, this is a business, but I'm not going to stress. I'm going to just go with the flow, and I'm going to have fun. As long as you're having fun, you'll be fine. So that is the most important part, guys. And you can take away anything right here. Have fun. It's meant to be fun. It's activewear, it's connecting, it's community, it's having fun. So that's an important takeaway, guys. So I've kept you long enough. I'm going to sign off, and I hope this is helpful. Reach out if we can do anything else for you, and have a great night. Bye, guys.